We all have standard material we always play. But we can easily use these old habits to get new ideas and new sounds out of our old lines. In this video I want to take a closer look on the major 7 chord licks we always play and how we can use them alternatively.
It's lights out and away we go!
Yes, we already started on the topic. Let's keep at it while we're warm. So what is it I'm doing? In the licks I've just played, I'm using some of my standard 2-5-1 ending, the endings on the 1 chord. Ending on the 1 chord, the tonic or the major 7 chord with a run up or down. This major chord happens to be an upper structure of a minor 9 chord. C major, for example, contains all the notes of A minor 9, except the root of the A minor, the A. This enables us to use our C major chord licks where we have A minor 9 chord. In this line, I changed the 16 notes into 8 notes, and I changed the key from a G major into an F major. I fit the F major 7 lick into a D minor chord, using the F major as an upper structure of the D minor 9. Analyzing these licks gives you a little bit insight on how I actually move these and what functions of the chord notes become the functions in the new chord. Moving this to the A minor 9. Having the A minor 9 chord, I can move this into a 2-5-1 in G major. A minor, D7, G. Remember that all the licks in this and plus a ton more is added to the first tier on my Patreon, so go check them out there in all 12 keys. Get it right into your playing, the download is super easy. A very important step in this process is you need to think the chords as upper structures. One of the really efficient ways to get into this way of thinking is playing your scales but thinking the upper structures of the chords. When you do this, you need to keep thinking that the E minor chord is a C major upper structure. Thinking the root, playing the upper structure. These and much more exercise are of course in the first tier on my Patreon. You're welcome to check this out if you want to really get into this material. Link is in the description. You've already witnessed taking the major 7 chord upper structure of the minor chord into a 2-5-1. Now we'll use the major 7 chord to play altered dominant. In this example, the G7 altered line is an A flat minor 9. And when you compare the line of the G7 altered to the line of the A flat minor 9, you see that the overview of the A flat minor 9 is much simpler looking, whereas the G7 altered have all these flat 9s and sharp 11s and flat 13s. Prepare and hold on. The whole line moves towards C major. We play a straight 2-5-1, D minor G7 C. Then we substitute the G7 with the D flat 7, the tritone substitution. The D flat 7 chord is a 5 chord, and before a 5 chord, as a general rule, we can put a 2 minor 7 chord or a 2 minor 9 chord. Now we remove the D flat 7, so we get this progression: D minor 7, A flat minor 7, C major 7.
Fascinating.
Now the real fascinating thing is going to happen. As we saw earlier, in the F major and the D minor, we can use the upper structure, the major chord, on any minor chord, playing the major chord from the 3rd of the minor chord. And of course the same happens on our A flat minor 9 chord. We can play a major 7 upper structure from the 3rd. This is where we get a C flat major 7. And that's just not attractive. It's not sexy at all. The C flat major 7 is enharmonic with the B major 7. And I like B major much more than the C flat major. But since we're playing A flat minor, D flat 7 to C, we need to think in the flats, not the sharps. But B major is nicer than C flat major. If you follow this process, I'll just repeat. G7 is substituted with the D flat 7. We add the A flat minor 7 before the D flat 7. We take away the D flat 7 and leaves the A flat minor 7 in there. We expand the A flat minor 7 to an A flat minor 9. We play the A flat minor 9 from the third, and then we get a C flat major 7, which is a B major 7 enharmonic. Now we get a chord progression looking like this: D minor, A flat minor 9, C major, where we on the A flat minor 7 plays a C flat major or a B major chord. Remember to check the first tier of my Patreon, where I have written out all the licks in all 12 keys of these great superimposed chords on 251s. On the G7 altered, I played down the A flat minor 9 like it was a B major 7 chord. Thinking again that a B major 7 chord is much easier to move around in and think in than a C flat major 7 or an A flat minor or all the extensions of the G7 altered. It gives you some melodic opportunities which you already have played on all your major chords, just using your major 7 chord licks as altered sounding dominants. 2 videos to take you further in the upper structures and the superimposed altered dominant chords. All licks and exercises are of course to be found on my first tier on my Patreon in all 12 keys. If you like to get all the material to your doorstep, subscribe to my newsletter and get everything in your email. Any questions? The comment section is there for you. Like and subscribe, you're very welcome. All the links you'll find in the description. Play music, have fun.